How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the Shelby GT350R from a first-person point of view. But first, let's go over some of the differences between this and the standard Shelby GT350. One of the biggest differences are the wheels. These are actually made from carbon fiber, saving 60 pounds of unsprung mass off of the curb weight. That makes a massive difference in terms of on-track performance. It's also got a slightly lower ride height, beefier suspension. It's got magnetic ride suspension that can adjust in as little as 10 milliseconds, which is an awesome technology. We'll talk a bit more later on. The easiest way to tell, in my opinion, is this massive oval GT350R wing. The one on the GT350 is a bit more subtle. We also have these red badges as well. The real magic of the GT350R is right here, the 5.2 liter naturally aspirated Voodoo engine. It's got a flat plane crank layout, which means it can rev to a ridiculous 8,250 RPM, making it one of the best, if not the best sounding Ford motors ever made. All told, it makes 526 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in 3.9 seconds, and the only transmission available is the correct transmission, a Tremec 6-speed manual. The interior of the GT350R is incredibly purpose-built. Look at these Recaro bucket seats, Alcantara. The R has red stitching, which the GT350 does not. Of course, we've got this R logo right there. The R also comes standard without rear seats, which is pretty cool for weight savings. It also comes standard without air conditioning, but they can be optioned back in. We've got a gorgeous Alcantara steering wheel. Let's go ahead and hop inside. The steering wheel feels phenomenal in your hands. I love the Shelby logo right here, and the 6-speed manual transmission is absolutely fantastic. The linkage is amazing. The throws are nice and short. They did such a good job with this transmission. Got some gauges, analog instrument cluster. Let's go ahead and fire it up using the start-stop button right here. I also love that we've got a little GT350R badge right there. All right, we are behind the wheel of the GT350R now. I want to talk about the different driving modes. So to change the different driving modes, we'll click this mode selector right here. We click that plus button. We've gone from normal to sport, then to weather mode if it's rainy, but let's put it into track mode. That will open up the exhaust, tighten the suspension, increase the throttle response, and put it in the mode that we want it to be in. 6-speed manual, let's go. This thing is so sick. 8,250 RPM red line. It doesn't get crazier than that. Oh my gosh. This thing reminds me of like a Ford Porsche GT3. And despite the fact that it's a high revving naturally aspirated V8, it's actually got a ton of torque. Oh my gosh. Now the shift throws are perfect in this thing. We do not have active rev matching like you get in modern cars, which makes the driving experience a lot more fun. I honestly think I prefer the driving experience of the 350R over the Shelby GT500 that I had. I'm not missing that extra power, but what I am loving is the 3-pedal layout and that brilliant Tremec 6-speed manual. Even though the 7-speed DCT is good, this is just better. Oh my God, the level of confidence you get. It's an easy car to drive too. Despite having 526 horsepower, rear wheel drive, manual transmission, it doesn't feel like it's tail happy or it's gonna spin out. The suspension gives you so much confidence in communication, as does the steering. The steering weight is nice. It's a little lighter than expected, but gives you good communication. Alcantara wrapped steering wheel feels fantastic, and that exhaust is just so intoxicating. It's actually ridiculous. I'm gonna shut up for a second and let you just listen to the exhaust. MagneRide suspension is beautiful, adjusting in as little as 10 milliseconds. It's both comfortable if you wanted to drive this on a semi-daily basis, but also insanely firm when it's in track mode. This thing has 0 body roll. It almost feels like it has negative body roll. Brembo brakes stop the car impressively well. I love the shift indicator light that you get. It's kind of like a heads-up display. It reflects off of the glass there. But man, this thing is phenomenal. Is it worth the $70K they're asking today? Absolutely. This is one of the best cars you can buy for the money, no doubt about it. I love the analog instrument cluster. All right, let me shut up again and I'll let you listen to this thing. This is too sick. Wow. I mean, this is phenomenal. All right, let's flick it back into normal mode. The exhaust is significantly quieter, actually. More so than I was expecting. I mean, this car is so loud from the factory, it's actually hilarious. I don't know, I don't know how this possibly can be legal from the factory, but somehow it is. All right, we're gonna put it back into track mode because why the heck not? Oh my God, that is insane. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.